I just bought myself a Cutlass Black. I started out with the Mustang Alpha, and I got a feel for the game, and I quickly realized that the Mustang Alpha was not going to get me very far. Even in the Alpha environment, it was just too squishy and too underpowered. So I started shopping around. I considered getting an Avenger. I also considered getting the Aurora LN. I also considered getting the JumpWorks 85X. Um, I almost pulled the trigger on the 85X because it was only $20 to upgrade from the Mustang Alpha to the 85X, and it includes a quantum drive and a co-pilot seat. And I was really looking to get a ship that I could fly in with friends. So, after almost pulling the trigger on the 85X for only $20 more for the upgrade, I pondered it for a while and settled on getting the Cutlass Black. The Cutlass Black is $100 if you want to buy it outright, or it's $70 if you already own a starter package like the Mustang Alpha or the Aurora. So it's not cheap. You're looking at a $100 investment for an Alpha that doesn't have a whole lot of content right now. But I'm supporting the game, and I wanted to have something fun to fly while I did that. So this is just going to be a quick kind of hands-on, eyes-on review of the Cutlass Black. Just not a very deep review, just kind of first impression and some quirks about the ship. So let's bring it in here. Um, One thing the new players will want to note is if you're used to the ship respawn time of 2 minutes when you get your ship destroyed for a Mustang Alpha or an Aurora, a ship like the Cutlass Black is actually going to require 6 minutes cooldown time between losing the ship and getting another one. So that is a significant increase in downtime. It'd be maybe a good idea to get the Cutlass Black as a second ship, so that you have your starter ship to use when you're waiting for this ship to respawn. For me, 6 minutes wasn't too brutal. I can usually find something to do for 4 or 5 minutes while I wait for the ship to become available again. But just something of note. So here it is. This is the Cutlass Black. It's black in name only. You can see it's got a silver, gray, and red paint scheme. I think it looks very cool. It's very utilitarian, not very flashy. A bit of a tank. It kind of gives me that A10 Thunderbolt 2 Warthog feel to it, with the cockpit kind of hanging out over the rest of the body there. This is a 3-man crew, and you can have a pilot, a co-pilot, and then you can have somebody up in the roof turret there for dogfighting, which is actually pretty great. You'll see around back here, which is how you enter the ship, there is a very generous cargo hold, and there are some jump seats in here as well. So if you have some extra crew members, they can buckle themselves into these seats here for the ride. Close this exterior door behind you when you come up. And here's where it gets fun. First time I tried to get in one of these, somebody let me test drive one. And I walked in and I immediately hit this double door here and was waiting for some kind of an action pop up or the doors to automatically open, and it never happened. So I started looking around for buttons. There are no buttons. Turns out that this is very janky. You just have to clip your way through the doors by sprinting, and I'll show you the most successful approach to this that I've had is to align yourself with one of the windows here to get a good look through, and then start sprinting on the window, and you'll get close enough at some point here to pop through into the cockpit. It's really terrible and really time consuming. If you ever needed to get in or out of the cockpit, in a hurry and it was a matter of life or death, you're dead. Because I've yet to find a really reliable way to get through there. I think you could also do the sleep uh, command and get your character to lay down and come up on the other side of the door like you can do in Area 18, but I haven't really messed with that yet. So here's the co-pilot seat, elevated here above the pilot seat. We'll hop up in the co-pilot seat here first. So here's your co-pilot display. You can kind of get a readout on the health of the ship, and you also get the top left corner display giving you a status on the shields and the health of the various components of the ship. Very handy for when you're in battle to have a co-pilot giving you a heads up on where damage is taken and whether or not it's time to take some evasive maneuvers. And then up here is the pilot seat. It has a very cool voice to guide you here. Kind of a smoky, robotic British woman's voice, which is fine by me. Sounds pretty cool. So down here you have your radar, old school, two-dimensional, kind of monochrome green radar. I think that's pretty cool. You also have a ship overview in the bottom left. I believe you can customize the layout of these displays. I haven't messed with that at all yet. If I do some free look here, you can see it's got pretty good visibility because of the nose sticking out in front of the rest of the ship, so you don't have a whole lot of obstruction left, right, or up. And before we take off, I'll show you one more kind of wonky thing about this ship. Here comes the fun part again. Let's get out through this door. Oh, come on. There we go. Up here is the turret, and as you can see, it's not giving me the action to enter the turret just standing here. I've only been able to get this to come up by jumping. So you have to hop and then catch that midair when the enter turret text pops up, and then you're able to hop into the turret. So this is pretty buggy. You can see here I'm kind of teleported into the turret after looking at those double doors. But the turret has pretty good rotational speed, so it's not as sluggish as that in some of the other ships. I think it's a little bit quicker than the turret in the Constellation, the Connie, or even in the Freelancer. I think this is a little faster. I could be wrong. Maybe it's just because it's got a narrower field of view, so it feels like it's moving quicker. But it does pretty good in a dogfight. So one other thing that's a little sketchy about this is I've already lost several turret gunners mid-flight when they tried to leave the turret here. It sticks them out of the roof there for a second, and boom, you're gone. It does not put you back in the ship. So if you're going to be the turret gunner for Cutlass Black, you're gonna have to stay there for the duration of the dogfight and wait until the pilot can get you somewhere stationary so you can eject from the turret and re-enter the ship from the rear. So I understand that the Cutlass Black is getting a rework right now, and I've been submitting these bugs to RSI through the council. So hopefully they're paying attention to these, and during the rework they'll adjust and address most of them, because this is a great ship, but these bugs are very inconvenient for quality of life and just enjoying the gameplay. So here we go. We're going to jump in the pilot seat. We're going to take off. We'll do a little run, and then we'll end the video. Don't really need to go on from here. That's pretty much the overview I'll end the video here with just some flying, maybe some dog fighting. You can stop watching when you've seen enough. Thanks for checking it out.
Launch complete. Landing request approved. Landing gear up. Quantum drive is now on.
Tessa
Drive is now
random
on.
ship. Come in, random ship. Hi, welcome to the neighborhood. Second class junior cartographer Tessa Bannister reporting in. I'm the eyes behind all the ICC scan probes in the area. What these little guys see, I see. Which, yes, means I can totally see you. Right now. Anyway, there was actually a reason to why I commed. I'm sort of not allowed to leave my post. Important jump point scanning and all. So, I was hoping you might be able to help me with something. If you have a second, could you check out these coordinates? Scans are saying something's there, but can't ID it.
Quantum drive